very glad to have the second time to come to Australia. 4 years ago I have been the first time there, and now I'm invited by Anthony Halliday and Douglas Lawrence, who are guests in Bonn since several years. Especially Douglas with his choirs is in Bonn since nearly 20 years. And Anthony, I met him in 2013, played a lot of recitals in Bonn at the piano and the organ too. And we inaugurated his Missa Celebrationes in 2016. And I have a CD of this concert for you with me. Yes, when I moved from Frankfurt to Bonn, I first was very happy to be one of the last organists who are at the capital city of Germany. Then 1 year later, it wasn't. They decided to make Berlin again to the capital city. But Bonn, as the birthplace of Beethoven, has a special atmosphere and a lot of cultural life. Especially the freelancers are very active. But we do have the Beethoven Orchestra Bonn, we do have the Beethoven Festival Bonn, we do have a good opera and a theater too. And it's a big challenge to be the master of church music at the Minster Cathedral and do all this stuff what the four predecessors have done, and I now have to do and bring it up to the future, to make a tradition. And tradition is important, but to improve the tradition, to give innovation to the tradition, it's just more important. To get the people in the church, that's the most important thing, and to make the people happy with music about faith. Most of the cantors try to do this. We started the Gregorian hymn, then it is a big section of the Renaissance music. Then I did have the opportunity with my chamber choir make some cantatas of Bach and the Magnificat of Bach for several years in the Advent as a special pound of music against the Weihnachtsoratorium, which is tuning all the Advent, but it's Weihnachtsoratorium, and we made a lot of Advents cantatas combined with the Magnificat of Bach. Then we have all the masses from Mozart, from Haydn, from Schubert, from Bruckner, Liszt, the Coronation Mass, the chorales, Missa chorales, and those masses which are modern but soundy, like Kodaly, like Longley, like tunes of Rutter, the Gloria, and all those things, and the oratory, the Hebrews Chillen Hallelujah from Heinz Werner Zimmermann. He was my composition professor, and I like his combination from jazzy sound with Protestant counterpoint, and it's very special. He's very well known in the United States. After the concile, I think we mixed it up with all the other styles, and especially the big churches, the domes, the cathedrals, try to make it, but not the easier, the more little churches. But some churches have their Schwerpunkt, the Schwerpunkt auf Deutsch, auf English. The main point, the main point is in some churches Gregorian chant. Yeah. But the modern things coming up, and the priests like to have praise and worship, they like to have Thésée, they like to have tunes of the Cheminov or Emmanuel and all those new charismatic movements. Yeah. But I took a program which starts with Nikolaus Bruhns, one of the Baroque composers whose life was too short. He was very talented, but he was only about 30-something when he died. He was a very good violin player and organ player too, and so it's a future. It's a piece what inspired a lot of other composers too, especially probably Bach too. And then I don't play Bach, but I play 3 choral preludes, which are very influenced by Bach, which I composed in 1983, old music. And then I play Mendelssohn, because Mendelssohn is the big composer who makes the first big comeback of Johann Sebastian Bach in the 19th century, his third sonata in A major, following by the pièce héroïque composed by Cesar Franck, one of my favorite composers too. And after this I play old music by myself from 1983 and 1981, chorale variations about Gregorian chant, the Jesu Dulcis Memoria, and another Gregorian chant, the first introitus of the Pentecost, a toccata about this. And the end of the recital will be Messiaen's De César Ternel and Dieu parmi nous of his marvelous cycle La Nativité du Seigneur. It's a beautiful big organ, especially it's a solo with his tuba and his trumpet and all these other stops, especially the clarinets, more than one clarinet in one organ. It's special, and they are so soundy and so huge in the sound that the whole church is trembling, but not in a bad way, in a wonderful way. And it had so much foundation stops, so it's idyllic for romantic pieces, and the other solo registers stops for the other pieces. Ideal. It's as big as my organ in my church. It's we do have 5,112 pipes, and I read that this organ has more than 5,000. So I think it's like at home. I feel very good. Thank you very much.